This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Our goal with our videos is to empower you to be able to do the repairs on your own and save a whole lot of money and also get that great feeling of having fixed it by yourself. Today we have a GE profile gas oven that is not heating very well. It's taking too long to heat up to temperature and just not cooking well. And this is due to a worn out igniter. This is a really easy, fun job, probably take you no more than 20 minutes. Here's the igniter that you need to get to replace it, and this is kind of a generic one that works for almost all models. You can get this through Amazon. You also need to have a 1/4-inch driver and a Phillips head screwdriver and a standard head screwdriver. You can just get this type of kit here, has all those things. We're going to take off the oven door by opening it all the way and pulling back on these latches. This one's kind of stuck, so I'm going to use a knife or a screwdriver to get it moving. Pull it all the way toward me, and then I'm going to push the door closed, and when it gets to about 60 degrees, the little forks will let loose, and I can lift the oven door out. It's a little bit heavy, so don't hurt your back. This is the igniter that we got from Amazon. It's made by Electrolux and Frigidaire. Again, here's the link. And these do work for almost any gas oven. So now we're going to pull out these grates. There's the link for that part. These just slide right out. And then there's a bottom plate that sometimes you have to take out a couple of standard head screws in the back. These were already removed, so you can just slide this plate towards you. And then underneath it is a heat deflector that's held in by 5 1/4-inch screws, and use your 1/4-inch driver to pull those out. There's 3 in the back, 2 in the front, and that just lifts right off. And the igniter is right underneath. We're going to take a 1/4-inch drive socket, remove the 2 machine screws that are holding it in. They have a little bit finer thread. And we're going to pull the wires out of the firewall. And these may be ones that you can spin off the wire nuts, because this has been replaced before. Or you may have to cut it with your wire cutters and then strip back about a 1/4-inch of the wire that's coming from the oven. And then with the new igniter wires, you can hook either igniter wire to either wire coming from the oven. There's no polarity issue, so it's really easy. Just going to take this wire from the igniter, take the one from the oven, make sure it's nice and twisted. We're going to link them together and then take these porcelain wire nuts, these caps, we're going to put them on and then twist to the right, righty-tighty, about 4 or 5 times until it goes on really tight. And then you do the same on the other side, super fast. Put the wires together, put the wire nut on, push it all the way on, push down and twist until it locks. And we're going to push these wire nuts and wires into the firewall. So we don't want them to be in this area that gets hot. Once we push them all the way in, we're going to put the igniter back in by adding the 2 1/4-inch machine screws. And I think it's good to do that by finger first to line it all up, and then you can use your driver to really put them in tight. So just take your time to line up those holes and then use your 1/4-inch driver to put them in. And then once we get those on, we're going to give it a little test before we actually put the lower plate back on. So we got that tight. We're going to either plug it back in or turn on the breaker so we have power to the oven again. We'll then set it for bake, and I'm going to put it for 350 degrees, which is a common baking temperature. I'll press start. And then you'll probably see a little smoke coming off of the igniter, which is normal because it's just as it's breaking in. You'll see it get hotter and hotter. Starts red, then goes kind of yellow, or orange, then yellow, and then almost white hot. And then you'll hear the gas valve open, and you'll probably see the gas ignite maybe a second or two after. And we're going hopefully for a blue flame. If it's got yellow tinges, you may have to adjust the gas-fuel mixture. We got a nice blue flame. I noticed the flame wasn't really big and robust, So I'm going to adjust the air-fuel mixture a little bit so that I get slightly more gas coming into this burner tube. So first I'll turn it off, turn off the power, then I'm going to remove a 1/4" screw here from the back. It's covering a little sheet metal box. I lift that off, and there's our adjustment for the air-fuel mixture. I'm going to use a Phillips head screwdriver to loosen the little screw, and then I'm going to take this sleeve and I'm going to move it away from me. I'm going to move it toward the back of the oven slightly, and that's going to close this window so the window is not as much open. Less oxygen comes in and more gas will flow into the burner tube, which should give me a better flame, a bigger flame. You don't want to go too far and make it too rich, because then you'll get a yellow flame, which you don't want, because yellow flame is incomplete combustion carbon monoxide, which is dangerous. So you want to just move it a little bit and then try it, and you're going for a nice blue flame, but I'm hoping for a bigger blue flame because that'll allow the oven to heat faster. And that's what I got during my testing. So I adjusted it. I got the Phillips head screw tight again. I'm going to put the 1/4" screw back in on the sheet metal box that covers up the air-fuel mixture sleeve. Get that tight, and then I'll put on my heat deflector. The heat deflector just takes the heat from the burner tube and distributes it to the right and left so that the oven cooks a little bit more evenly. So get that one on. And the link for this igniter part will be in the description, so you can easily just go there and click on it. We're going to put the 1/4" screws back on the heat deflector, 2 in the front and 3 in the back. And then we just got to put the lower panel back on. The lower panel usually has a couple of standard head screws that you put in to hold it in. It's not critical, but this one was missing those screws. We got 3 in the back. So these are really easy, fun repairs. When I get a chance to do a gas oven, it's my favorite. It just takes a few minutes, not very many tools, and it's very gratifying because you get a nice effect right away. Almost always when the symptom is it's not heating or not heating well, it's just a worn out igniter. Usually takes about 4 to 5 years. The igniter goes out, unless the person's doing a lot of baking. Then it can happen in as little as like 1.5 to 2 years. So we're getting those screws tight, and we'll just slide that bottom panel back on. There we go, and this again is on a GE profile oven. And now we're going to add the racks back in. So you put there's a curved part of it. You want it to point up, goes in first, and then you slide it on in. Same on the other 2 racks. Curved side up, goes in first. There we go, 3rd rack. We're going to put the oven door back on. We're going to lift it up, kind of support it with our knees, put the forks into the oven body as far in as they can go, and then we're going to let the door come down to 90 degrees, and then we're going to push the latches toward the back of the oven as far as they can go. Close that, and we'll set it for 350. We're able to get up to 350 in about 15 minutes, which is pretty fast. I think before they were saying it took like 45 minutes to an hour, which is pointing toward a bad igniter, a worn out igniter. So that did the trick, and hopefully this works really well for your gas oven. And this time it was specifically a GE profile oven. Thanks so much for watching. And please subscribe when you get a chance, and we'll send you some more videos.